What's going on, guys? We are back with this week's recent pickups from the Taking High Ground Discord, and this week we have a lot more than we had last week. Last week, I know we only had 5 pickups. This week we have a lot more, and we have some great ones just like last week. And you know what? Let's just get right into it. First up, we have a Dark Bomber Crystal Shard PSA 9 picked up by my boy, Peru Man. What a way to start out this week for pickups. Dark Bomber was a top 10 skin. I believe she was number 10 in the community top 25 list that I helped put together. And Dark Bomber, like we always talk about, she's the first skin to ever be corrupted by the cube. She's like one of the most popular skins of all time, most worn. Right up there with Bright Bomber. Actually, the Bright Bomber was corrupted by the cube and became Dark Bomber, so that whole storyline. And, aside from the whole visitor stuff, that's pretty much the start of the Fortnite storyline. And then it turns out they ended up all being connected. So, that's pretty much like the foundation of the Fortnite storyline is Dark Bomber. She's right there. And, just in-game, she's a sweat skin people wear. People love the skin in-game. And a storyline ties just bring her to a whole different stratosphere. So Dark Bomber is a fantastic card. It looks great. Beautiful card. And congratulations on that pickup, Peru Man. Next up, we have John_Wick with a Black Knight Brazil, Hollow, and Crystal Shards. BK is awesome. BK is a great card. Looks great. Obviously was the number 1 card according to the community. Pretty much everyone almost agrees on that. And Brazil, he said they're going off to grading. I hope you do well on those grades. And I also liked one thing that he said, I can't stop looking at him. I know exactly what that is like. When you get a good card like that, a fantastic, beautiful card like those two are, it's just hard to stop looking at him. I know exactly what that is like, and that is a fantastic feeling. And Black Knight, just super iconic, super OG. Not much I really need to say. We all know about Black Knight. But John_Wick, that is a fantastic set of pickups right there. 2 cards make some fantastic pickups. Next up, we have Jammy Toaster with the Skull Trooper base PSA 10. Now, this isn't the last we're going to see some base PSA 10s, and we see some cool ones later. But this is a USA print base PSA 10 Skull Trooper. Epics and Legendaries from Series 1 are so rare. People do not talk about that. Those cards are hard to find. I remember points in time where you couldn't even find certain legendary base cards for sale. Even since I've been collecting, I only joined the hobby about 3 years ago for Fortnite cards, which, wow, that was just like a crazy realization that I've been doing this, been collecting Fortnite cards for 3 years now. But, wow, okay. But that is actually crazy though. But there's points in times where you can't even find legendary base cards of certain skins, certain cards from Series 1. And, I feel like there's going to be a point in time where this continues to be a more and more of a reoccurring problem because everyone's going to want these cards at some point, not investment advice. And to get one in a PSA 10, I know Skull Trooper is an epic, not a legendary, but epics they're not quite as rare, but they're very, very, very rare just as well. I believe basically the math adds up. There's double the amount of epics than there are legendaries, and legendaries are very rare. So that means epics are still quite rare as well. So, Skull Trooper base PSA 10, like I said, and even more rare to have it in a PSA 10. So that is a fantastic, fantastic card, Jammy Toaster, and congratulations on it. And next up, we have, of course, my man King with some absolute fire as always. He has a couple of the the loading screens that they put in Reloaded. They just took the loading screens from in-game and they just printed them out, threw them on card. He got them autographed with the artist, like the autograph from the artist on the loading screen. Those look awesome. They look awesome as they are. And with the autograph, I don't know, it just ties it all together. Get the artist connection to the art. It's just great. And not only that, he gets a Brainiac prototype CGC 8.5 that he won on a Raz from the Facebook group. I believe he also said 0.5% chance of winning or 5%. I believe it was 0.5% chance. And he gets the Brainiac Proto CGC 8.5. Brainiac, I feel like, is slightly underrated just because of the fact that he is Jonesy and he's a Halloween skin, and we know how important Halloween is to Fortnite. But Brainiac is definitely a good card, and a prototype is always a good card no matter who's on it. So, King, those are some awesome cards, and congratulations on those ones. Then we got some more base PSA 10s, but these ones are Italy, and they're from my boy Dutch Ghoul with a Black Knight and a Ghoul Trooper. 2 heavy hitters right there. PSA 10s from Italy, so they're even harder to grade, and they're just as rare. The pull rates are the same, so they're very, very rare, very hard to come by as it is. And then they're Italy, so they're harder to grade. And then you get some PSA 10s of them. So that right there are 2 fantastic cards. They're base cards, but they're just great cards. Now you could just pull these out any pack. You know, there's base cards. They're plain old. No, nothing shiny about them. Nothing fancy about them. But they're rare. They're scarce. This is a scarce item. These are scarce base cards. And, you know, when things are scarce, price tends to go up. But not investment advice. We had Dutch Ghoul. I mean, Ghoul Trooper and Black Knight. Well, I was going to say, Dutch Ghoul does it up right with these Italy cards. He has so many Italy 10s. There's so much Italy anything. He has so many just fantastic Fortnite cards. He has USA. He has Brazil. He has a massive collection. He posts like pickups like every week. He just keeps stacking and stacking, and it's awesome to have collectors like him in this community because like I never really see him sell. I mean, he kind of trades. I don't see him sell very much. Like, you know, he gets these cards. He keeps them. He enjoys them. He collects them. I'm sure he does it for. I mean, I'm sure he does it for an investment standpoint. But like he clearly loves the cards, and I just really enjoy seeing that. We have Black Knight and Ghoul Trooper, super iconic Fortnite cards. Both cracked the top 5 in the community top 25 list. So, 2 fantastic cards right there, Dutch Ghoul. Then we got Goopy / Chase cards. He picked up a Far Out Man Crystal Shard PSA 10. And this is one of the new labels he points out. Where like the new cert number where it's they add an extra digit, so it starts with the 1 now. But Far Out Man, Crystal Shard PSA 10. Looks good. Far Out Man kind of got some traction because his base card has a little error on the back. And, you know, unfortunately, he gets no love in game. It's just the way it is. Being brutally honest, he gets no attention in game. But, I mean, he's still cool looking. The purple looks good. Definitely fits the whole theme of the skin. Looks good. Just a great looking card. All Crystal Shards look great, but so does Far Out Man. And, yeah, any PSA 10 Crystal Shard, any PSA 10 Fortnite card ever is good. So, especially when it's a Crystal Shard and it's USA print from Series 1. Fantastic card. So, congratulations on that pickup. Then Peru Man is not quite done because he adds a Fable Crystal Shard PSA 9. Fable is underrated, not investment advice. People do not talk about Fable as much as they should because when you're from the Chapter 1 Season 6 Battle Pass, a lot of people wish they had Fable for, like, you know, a lot of people have joined Fortnite since, you know, these Chapter 1 days when there's so many great skins in these Battle Passes, so many great and iconic skins in these Battle Passes, and these people wish they had these skins, and there's just no way for them to get them. So basically, the only way to kind of have something of that skin is with reskins in game that are slightly accurate, or the cards. I mean, they also have the figures and the stickers and whatnot, but basically the only way to have if there's a skin you like, I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, there really isn't one for me personally, but say somebody just absolutely loves Omega, just because I have him back there. They didn't get him. They didn't play in Chapter 1 Season 4. The only way they can have something of Omega is like the Omega Knight reskin, which is cool, or the Omega Rock reskin, which is also cool, but it's definitely not the same. Or you can get the figure of Omega, or you could buy an account with Omega on it, but that's kind of a little sketchy. That's definitely not recommended. Or you could buy the card, and you know the card is definitely the coolest of those options if you ask me. Not investment advice. So that's why I think, like, I don't know how this got completely taken away from what my original point was about this Fable Crystal Shard. I really don't even remember it now. But Fable is a really good card. Really good skin. Popular. I think my point was she'd be a lot more popular if more people had access to her. Because I feel like the demand for Fable is there. Like, people desire to have her as a skin in their locker and to wear her. They just can't get her. I think that's where I was going with. I kind of went on a rant there. But PSA 9, good condition, good looking card, that light blue. And also her pickaxes in the set. Maybe it is. Actually, Guiding Glow is her pickaxe. So, complete that set. Just like Mothmando and the lamp, complete that set. I thought about doing that. I have Mothmando. I could get the lamp and complete the set. But that's another thing for Fable. So, overall, Peru Man Fable is a fantastic card. And yeah, just congratulations. Then we got Sparkle Specialist. And he picked up the Magic the Gathering card set for Fortnite. And, you know, the art on these cards are gorgeous. They look great. They look fantastic. And, you know, I really do like the Magic the Gathering Fortnite cards. Personally, I've never dove into Magic the Gathering or really any of the trading card games. But I do think they're very cool. I really do appreciate the art on a lot of them. And the fact that Magic the Gathering and Fortnite made a collab is really something I should definitely, you know, look into. I feel like I'm not doing myself a favor by not looking at these cards and picking a few of them up. because I really do appreciate the artwork of them, and I'm sure down the line the demand for these are going to be crazy and through the roof because I keep saying the word artwork a lot, but it's true. They just look great. There's a lot of great action shots. There's a lot of great things that just encapsulate what Fortnite really is, and just look great. So Sparkle Specialist, I just know you're enjoying these cards. So congratulations on that pickup. Also, they grade really easy. So like if you want to get a BGS 10 or a BGS Black Label, this is the way to try to do it if you want to go through Fortnite cards. Getting like a sharp cornered Series 1 card at BGS 10 or BGS Black Label is essentially impossible. Kind of, it's like it's not easy to do. So these ones are definitely a lot easier to potentially shoot for a BGS 10 or BGS Black Label. And the last set of pickups we have is from Goopy/Chase Cards. He picked up 2 PSA 10s from the Series 1 promo, Trailblazer P1 and Rabbit Raider P7, Echo Optichrome PSA 10, Dominion Optichrome PSA 10, and a Siren Cracked Ice PSA 10. Now, Trailblazer is cool. I believe was she a Twitch drop? I know she's not or maybe she's a regular item shop skin. That is something I'm going to need to look into. I should know something like that. You would have asked me this 6 months ago. I would have, even a year ago, I would have been, I know exactly where she came from. But unfortunately, I don't right now. Trailblazer, though, she's not that loved in game. I do think she's harder to get. Like, I feel like she's not easy to obtain for your locker. I feel like because of some particular reason she's rare. I'm mad at myself because I can't remember it. But her card looks good, and the promo cards are hard to get in PSA 10s like I talk about. They come in that little plastic case, and that little plastic case does not protect them. And since she was on the front P1, she had that little piece of foam over her, so that definitely messed up her surface on a lot of these cards. So Trailblazer in a PSA 10, I feel like, is an undervalued card because I feel like that one's going to have a tougher gem rate as more and more of these get submitted down the line through all the Fortnite cards. Trailblazer is going to be... Now my iPhone ran out of storage as I was transitioning from Trailblazer to Rabbit Raider. But what I was going to say about Rabbit Raider is he's one of the original Easter skins. Him and Bunny Brawler are a good duo. And they also carried over to Series 3, where he was also in the Series 3 promo, and Bunny Brawler was also in Series 3. So that'd be a really cool set to kind of complete. And there's also another Easter skin in Series 3. How to complete the Easter set would be really cool. Or just all the bunny skins, that'd be really cool. And Rabbit Raider would be an integral part, I can't say that word properly, in that set. And, this all the cards from the promo set, like I just talked about, and PSA 10s are hard to get. And Rabbit Raider, that pink is unique. There's not a whole lot of pink shards. I mean, you got Power Cord and there's one, Rose Team Leader, Cuddle Team Leader, but like there's not too many. There's very few pink shards compared to, your blues or your greens or your yellows. So Rabbit Raider is cool and unique for a lot of aspects. Then Echo, super sweaty skin. That purple looks great. Her cracked ice has like a color gradient. I can't tell if it's on the Optichrome or not. I know my Rustler Optichrome has the color gradient just like her cracked ice. So I'm assuming the Echo also would have the color gradient. And it looks really good. Either way, even if it doesn't. And then she's holding the pistol. Her pose is awesome. She has great artwork on her card. And the purple really just matches the whole thing. The whole card of Echo has no negatives and just straight up positives for Echo. Echo's a beautiful card, and I just really like the way she looks. And then to end it off, we have a Siren Cracked Ice PSA 10. Once again, super sweaty. The one thing I'm not a fan about the Siren card is the color they gave her doesn't really fit. I mean, it's like kind of that reddish brown. I feel like if they would have went with a more just like true red, like trying to think, what's a true red card in Series 3? Like a Scarlet Commander. They would have gave her kind of red. I feel like that would have been, I don't know, done more justice. But her card still looks great. Siren is still super sweaty, super iconic. Chapter 2 right there. What was the pro player? Benji Fish. He made Siren popular. I mean, everyone under the sun wanted to buy Siren after Benji Fish really started getting, going through his days. Everybody wanted Siren. And, people are going to want the card to remember those times because they remember playing Siren in Chapter 2 and enjoying the skin, enjoying the game, and, they want something to kind of just remember that. That's how I kind of collect. My iPhone has no storage left, so I have to end this video quick, but thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time for the recent pickups. I didn't get to really fully conclude my thoughts on the Siren, but thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.